Let's see how it goes. Yeah. Meti Tiri, you're welcome. Okobecha. Yes.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes. Okay. So, Omoke Kren. Uruemu, that's it. Uruemu, that's how to pronounce it. Uruemu, which means good behavior, good heart, good attitude.
Urhobo behavior.
Hey, Urhobo, yes, sir. Yes. Okay.
So that sounds like Moriemo. Uriemo sounds like Moriemo.
Okay, they have the same sound, but it's different. Moriemo, come and eat. Yes, Uruemu. Yes, Uruemu. Yes.
How would you, if you're saying come and eat to more than one person, how would you say that?
For one person.
No, to a group.
Owa, just Owa.
Okay.
Yes.
So Uriemo, Owareriemo. Uruemo, or Aweru. Say it again, please.
Okay. Come and eat for a group of people, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay. Owareriemu.
Can you say that slowly?
Owareriemu.
Owareriemu.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Okay. So you're all welcome to this class. Wow, we're already 12 members in the class. Okay, so we can start. In our last class, we did talk about, buying, selling, and the rest. I want to, I will buy, and the rest. So I want to buy an aeroplane, but not the aeroplane. I sell banana, Mesho Dibo, and the rest. So by sell, I'm sure you are comfortable with that now. If you missed the class, remember we have them on YouTube, Urhobo School. You can follow any of the class that you missed, but it's good you come live so that you can ask questions when you need to ask questions. Yeah, but if at all you can't be available, it's understandable. You can watch them on YouTube. Okay, so today we're going to look at time, some vocabularies, common ones associated with time, and then we're going to look at how to say the time in Urhobo, the hour, on the hour, and after hour, half past the hour. That is what we're going to look at today. So the word time in Urhobo is, I'll write it. Let's see who can help us to pronounce it. Yes, so who can help us to pronounce it?
Okay.
Okay, good. Okay, it's time. Okay, time. Okay, time. We already know, because what we are trying to do will bring the things we've learned from the past and bring them into what we're doing now, and we take a step further. Okay, so we already know how to say I have. So how do you say I have? Who can remind us? Yes, who's going to remind us? I have.
Me wo.
Okay, I have me worry.
Me worry.
Yes, me worry. Then I have time.
Me worry. Okay. Oh, sorry.
Okay, I have time. Good. Yes, I said this is, as we said before, this is non-specific. Worry. You are being non-specific. You are not telling us what you own. That is why you have me worry. So once you are specific, now you are telling us that you have time. It's time that you are right now. So now becomes Milwaukee. Okay, Milwaukee. I have time. Can you pronounce it? Say it, read it.
Milwaukee.
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 Yes. Okay, now I don't have time.
Milwaukee.
Good. I don't have time. Milwaukee. Okay. So, how do you say there is time? Remember, we talked about there is money. So now there is time. Or before then, maybe somebody should help us.
Milwaukee, mama.
I have a lot of time. That's what you just said. I have a lot of time, or I have plenty time. Okay, so there is time. So once, if you want to say there is something, there is time, you say okero. Okero.
How do you say to listen? Isn't that
Okay.
it's similar, isn't it?
It's similar.
Okay.
Yes. To listen is kero.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah. Kero, listen. Okay. So there is time is okero. Okero. Okay. Okero. Similarly,
How do you say it's raining? Isn't it similar as well? I'm hearing I don't know, I'm getting confused. It's how do you say it's raining? Is that Akiro as well? No?
no, it's different. It's different.
Okay.
They just have the same reading. The same
Okay,
reading.
okay.
But yes,
Okay,
it's
okay.
raining. It's raining. Osioro.
Okay, yeah, okay. Thanks,
Yes.
thanks.
Osioro. Okay. So there is time. Okero. So let's just look at, we already know what is money. So there is money. Who cannot try this? Who can try this for us?
Ego error.
Iwero. Good. Iwero.
How do you say I don't have time for this?
Okay, I will note it down. Okay, I will note it down. When we're getting there, I will respond to it. Okay, so now there is no money.
Ego error.
Good. There is no money. You will. So how do you say there is time now?
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, which is okay. So there is no time.
Okay.
Okay.
Say it again. Try it again.
Okay, raw.
Good. Okay, there's no time. Okay,
Sorry, quick question.
Yes, sir.
So if you are saying there is, that is error.
Error.
If there
Yes.
is simply error.
Error. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. There is. Yeah. If you say something is available or present, okay. Anytime you want to say something is available, is present, okay, you use error.
Okay.
Yeah, so for example, you say onimero, it means my mother is available, my mother is present. Onimero, imomero, my children are available, my children are present. Okay. So now let's look at another one, which is what time? What time? Who still remember the word for what?
Day.
Idea. Okay. Idea. So what time? What time is idea?
Idioke.
Idioke. Good. Idioke. So what time? So what is the time?
Diokena.
Good. Idioke now. So if you want to ask somebody, one way to ask somebody to check the time for you is Diokena. That is one way to say it. Diokena. Okay. What time? Diokena. Now let's look at a very important word that we use is when. When. When has to do with time. So when is okevo. 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 Okay? Okevo. So in our last class, we're trying to bring in things that we've learned in the past. In our last class, we did buy and sell. Okay, so buy. So what is buy? Yeah.
Guano.
No, guano is want.
Oh.
Okay, so buy. Yes, anybody?
Day.
There. Good. There. So sell.
I think that's share.
Share. Good. Share. So when did you buy it?
Okay, what there?
Fantastic. When did you buy it? Okay, what there? Okay, what there? So when did you sell it?
Okevo woshe.
Good. Okay, what share? So when did you buy the car? Yes, who can try it? When did you buy the car?
Okay, well, what the motor now?
Good. Okay, but what the motor now? Okay. Okay, but what the motor now? So anything. Okay, but what the Odibo? When did you buy the banana and the rest? Okay, but what the Okorenuna? When did you buy the airplane? Okay. Yes. So now let's look at the word.
Sorry, I have a question.
Yes, please.
Okay, Vo, I thought it has another meaning again, or I'm kind of lost.
Okevo is when. Yeah. When. It means when. It means which time. Yeah.
When?
When. Yeah. So when you say when, Okevo is when, and which is the same thing as which time.
Okay, yeah, because I think it's which time does my brain.
Yes. Which time.
Okay.
Yes. Yes. Further down the class, we do questioning again, asking questions where we revisit all these things and add more vocabularies into what we've already done. Okay, basic things. Some of the basic things we know is to come. To come. So who can remind us what is come?
More.
Okay, more is more of become, to become somebody. More. Okay, there is another one, more popular one.
Yeah.
Yari. Yari. Now, the word come is also more, okay? Let's not dismiss it, is more, okay? More has to do with when you beckon somebody to come to you more, okay? But apart from that, you can't use it to make sentences like I'm coming, when will you come? You can't use more, okay? So more just remain with the beckoning somebody. So you want to say I'm coming, you can't use more there. When will you come? You can't use more, okay? I'm coming, you can't use more. So more is restricted to become somebody. Okay, so Inyare is general, it's more general. You can use this for become, you can use it for all your states, all your sentences that has to do with come. Inyare. So
Yeah, Regina.
Inyare, fantastic. Come here. Moitine, can also use Moitine. Good. Okay, now let's look at one example. When did you come? Because we're talking about time now. When did you come? Yes, somebody can try this for us.
Okevo Yamre.
Okay, war, you are missing the war. Okay, but war yare. You for war. So, okay, for war yare.
Okevo Yamre.
So when did you come? Okay, but war yare. So let's look at another word, common word again. So the word go, what is go in Urhobo? Yeah, anybody remember? Okay. The word go, yes. Anybody?
Yanra.
Good. Yara.
Yanra.
So when will you go?
Okay, Wanyara.
Good. Okay. Okay. Vo. Wo. The only word it means is car. But what car is for wheel. When you say wheel, it's car. Wheel. Okay, what Yes, Anigor, your hand is up.
Why is the will after the you?
I'm sorry, can you speak a little bit louder?
Why is the will after the you?
Oh, okay, it's just the syntax.
Why is the wheel? Why is the
Yes,
wheel? That
I
you.
know. Okay, but what can that is just the syntax of Urhobo. Remember, Urhobo is not English. Okay, but just that we're using English to learn Urhobo. Urhobo is not English. If for example we all speak Arab, if for example we all speak Arab, you find that it's similar. Arab will come you before we. Okay, so but because we're using English to learn Urhobo, look as if English is the standard. No, it's not. English is different, Urhobo is different. In Urhobo, the will comes before the you comes before the will. So that is just how it is. There's no explanation for it. It's just the way Urhobo is. Okay, yeah. So let's say I will.
Sorry, before you move on,
Yes, please.
um, okay, vo wanyari. There's no car there. In trying to rephrase the question, right? There's no car in describing when the person comes, and you're using car in describing when the person goes. You know, why that difference is?
It's just a sentence. If you look at this one, when will you go? When did you go? There's no will. I didn't put will. When did you go? So okay, well, 1 year. But if you want to put will, when did you go? Okay, this is when will you come, brother? When will you come? So there's will there now. So I can put can. Okay, I can put can. I cannot say okay, vo or ka yare. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, it's clearer. Thanks.
Okay.
Can I
Yes.
ask one quick question, if that's okay? So essentially, is one past and one is future? So you're using the cow when you're asking a question in the future. When will you come? When will you buy? Essentially, is that it? Or
Fantastic.
yeah, okay. Cool.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Yes. Yes. So I will make up. You will worker. My father will. It can also be used for shall or should. Okay, my father will. So, Osemeka, the same thing, somebody's name, like Ufomaka. Ufoma will, so Ufomaka. So, then you put all the verbs that you want to put there. Ufomakarium, I will eat, mekariemu, you will eat, wakariemu, my father will eat, osemekariemu, ka, ufoma will eat, ufomakariemu. So all the verbs that you've learned or that you know, there, share, you can put all of them there. Okay, so that is it about this car. Okay, now let's look at When will you buy it? When will you buy it?
Okay, kade.
Good. Okay, war. Remember to put war.
Wo.
Okay, war card there. Okay. So okay, war card there. So when will you buy it? Okay, so we're in the mid part of our class. So now let's look at how to tell the time right now. How to tell the time. That's what we do, how to tell the time. But before we go, know that the word "are" in Urhobo is Urhojo, Urhojo, Urhojo. It's "are", Urhojo. Then minutes, I'll write it, somebody will help me to pronounce it. Okay.
Ibrero.
Ibrero, good. Ibrero. So we all still remember our numbers. We all remember our numbers. Okay, so if we have the time, it's, for example, the time is 1 o'clock. Time is 1 o'clock.
Ono uojo.
Yeah, so you say,
Oh, sorry, ovo.
yes, Ugojo comes first. You say Ugojovo. Ugojovo, which means 1 o'clock. Ugojovo. Urhobo. So now everybody, I think you can tell me what is 2 o'clock now. 2 o'clock. So who can try?
Ojo.
Ugojive.
Ugojive. Fantastic. So Ugojive. Okay. So once you know the time, you can see. So if I say, for example, now, so what is the time?
Ugojikwe.
Ugojikwe. Fantastic. Ugojikwe. Okay, one more or two more. So this one is pretty easy. So what is it? What is the time?
Ugojikwe.
Okay, good. Ugojikwe. Fantastic. Yes. Yes, Ufoma, your hand is up.
Can I just ask a quick question? How do we pronounce the first part? You know, is it uwojo, uro? Is that G like an R or is it a G? Ugo.
Uho. GH is Uho. Yes, just we pronounce Orene. So
Okay.
Uho. Uhojo. Yes.
Urhobo. Okay.
Urhobo. Good.
Urhobo. Thank you.
You're welcome. So, Urhobo. So, Idiokina. I'm asking now. So, Idiokina. Idiokina.
Okina.
Yeah.
Ugojikwo.
Igojikwovo, good. Okina, Ugojikwovo. So I've just asked, what is the time? Diokina. And he said, Okina, Ugojikwovo. So let's do the last one for this one now. So what is the time right now? Yes, Ufoma.
Sorry,
Okay.
I forgot to put my hand down. Sorry.
All right. All right. Okay. Diokina. Okay. Idiokina. Okay. You say something. But yeah, somebody should try. Diokina. Yeah, somebody has to. We know.
Ugojikwe Ibe.
Good. Ngojikwe ive. Ngojikwe ibive. Ngojikwe ibive. Okay. Thank you very much. Yes. Okay. Let's see. Now, somebody might ask now. So, what about the minutes? Minutes
So,
is
sorry, quick
yes.
question. Your last screen before you showed the clock, can you just show that screen again where you wrote equals your?
This one.
Yes. Just
Okay.
okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
good. We can move on. I just wanted to get a screenshot. Thanks.
All right. All right. Now, the word half. Yes. The word half in Urhobo is ubro. Ubro. Half. Ubro. Ubro. So if you want to have like 1:30, okay, in time is Urhobo. Remember, bubro. Remember the b plus half. So Urhobo bubro. Urhobo bubro. That is it. The time. Urhobo bubro means 1 o'clock plus half. 1 o'clock plus half. Urhobo bubro. That's how we say it. Urhobo bubro. Okay, now somebody can try this 3:30 and 10:30.
Ugojera Bubro.
Good. Urhobo bubro. Okay, 10:30. Yes, 10:30. Somebody should help us.
Ugo.
Ugo Ikwe
Bubro.
Bubro.
Yes. Ugojikwe. Okay. So that is it with time.
Please, can you pronounce this hour bit? It's quite tricky. The hour.
Urhobo. Urhobo.
So, okay, question. Thank you. Ugo Ugojo. Okay.
Yes,
When you're
yes.
saying Ugojo, oval, bubro, generally, I think you're supposed to drop one of the O's, isn't it? Do you say Ugojovo, bubro?
Yes, you drop one of the O, you are right. Drop one of
So,
these.
okay. Thank you. So it's
Yes.
the same for any of them. You drop the O at the end.
Yes, like this. This is Ugojera. Ugojera. This is Ugojikwe. Ugojikwe. Ugojera.
Please, can you say 8:30 and 9:30?
Okay, 8:30. Yes, another wait. 8:30, 9:30. Okay. So where's my pen? So we go. Sorry, can't pick. Okay. So eight is erere. Ugojerere. Bubro. Then 9. Ugojiriri. Bubro. Yeah. Ugojiriri bubro. Ugojiriri bubro.
Thanks. Let me give it a go, please. Ugo, Ugojerere, bubro.
Yes.
Ugojiriri, bubro.
Yes.
Thank you.
Good. The word clock or your watch, your wristwatch. Don't worry, don't worry. Don't be scared that you're going to learn new words. It's still Ugojo. Okay. Ugojo. So your wristwatch, your clock, they are all Ugojo. Okay. So this one makes it easy for us. Ugojo. So now, what do we do with clock? Check the time. Check the time. Which is the same thing as look. Check and look in Urhobo, they are the same thing. So check, look is look and check. Both of them, they are no. Your NO, your normal NO. No. Okay? If I say no, no, look. No, look. No, no, what do I mean? No,
Look at that child.
look at the child. Good. Nayena.
Look at that woman.
Good. No seme.
Look at my dad.
Good. Look at my dad. Nokena.
Say it again, please.
Nokena.
Look at that.
No, Nokena.
Look at the
time.
Look at the
Look at
wristwatch.
the time.
Look at
Look
the
at the
Okay.
time. Yes. Look at the time. Look at the wristwatch. So if I say Nokena means look at the time. Let's write it down.
There was one you said nah instead of no. I think that was for mother or wife.
Okay. What? Nayena. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. The word look is no. but it's the sound, or it always depends on the next word. So look at the woman, we becomes no hyena. I'll write it like this, but it's Nayena. Okay, this is how I will spell Nayena. Okay, look at, let's say, look at the girls. Yes, just a moment, JD. So look at the
So
girls.
sorry. So just a quick question. You know, you said Naina, like lady. If I
Yes.
was to say I am a, is that different?
Yeah, Nayeme, it becomes my wife. Like, look at my wife, or look at my woman, if that is what you want.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, but look at my wife. So what we're saying now, look at the girl is now the girls now becomes Nemetena. So it actually depends on the next sound. No is look, but Nayena, no Ayena, but it's go Nayena. Nemetena, Nomotena. Okay? Nemetena. The same thing. Look at the time. Look at the time is Nokena, because time is okay. So Nokena. Nokena. This goes off. So Nokena. Nokena. Look at the time. Nokena. Nokena. If I say yes, I will remind you again. What is go again?
Yara.
Yara.
Good. Yara. So then what if I say Okenayara? Okenayara.
Time is going.
Time to
Time is
go.
going. Time is going. Yeah. Okenyara. Time is going. Okenyara. Time is going. Nokena. Okay. If I say Nugojona, Nugojona. So what do I mean? No Ugojona. No Ugojona.
Look at the hour. Look at the time.
Look
Yes.
at the wrist.
Look at the wristwatch. Yes. Look
Oh,
at the
okay.
wristwatch. Yes. So you are right. You're right. But in this case, look at the wristwatch. Nugojona. Okay. Nugojona. Okay. So we're learning a lot. Hope you're writing them down. It's a lot at a time, but yes,
Are you able to just write out? Look at the wristwatch, please.
it's okay. Okay.
Actually, could you ask, look at your wristwatch? Because wouldn't you say that rather than look at the wristwatch? You're speaking at someone. I mean, speaking to somebody.
Look at your wristwatch. Yes. Nous rejoignons. So, nous rejoignons. Your is where, so nous rejoignons. Okay. Now, there's one last thing that we need to do, and a very important thing in the Urhobo language. Yeah, it's very important, which is the word for me. So me. Like if you want to say buy for me. Okay, buy for me. What other yeah.
Is me mewe?
Yeah. Okay. So this word here is kere. Kere. Okay, kere. Kere. So if you want, anytime you want an action to be done for you or to you, okay, is kere. Once you want a verb, an action done for you or to you, for or to you, you use the word kere, kere. Okay, kere also mean another thing, which means give me. If I say kere, it means give me. But in this case, kere for me. If you put a verb towards it, like if you say buy for me, it would be dekere. Okay, dekere. Dekere, buy for me. Okay, dodibo kere, buy banana for me. Now it becomes the dodibo kere. Okay, dodibo kere. So any action that you want to be done for you is kere. Sell it for me. The same thing. So how will you say sell it for me?
Is it share kewe?
Shekere, good. Shekere, sell it for me. So any verb, any action word, you know, it is okay. Yeah, so these are the ones we've learned so far. But now let's look at the word where we are going to, which is check it for me. It's an action. Check is an action. Look is an action. So check it for me. Now it's for me. Now somebody can tell me this now. Check it for me.
No, kere.
No kere, good. No kere. No kere. Okay, guys, check the time for me. Check the time for me.
Noki nakere.
Fantastic. Nokenakere. Your voice sounds so natural. Like I'll be speaking Urhobo for a lot. Nokenakere.
How would you say bring it for me or bring some for me? Please. Oh,
Okay. Yeah, the class will expand if I go that way, but I will just quickly do it for you. You should bring it for me.
yeah, bring it for me or bring some for me, please.
Yes, let's go bring it for me. Bring it for me. It makes it so the only thing you need to know here now is bring. Bring is real. Now complete it. Bring it for me.
Real Kere.
Real kere. You see? So bring it for me, real kere. So any action, mo kere, mo kere, mo is carry it for me. Toro kere, pick it for me. Vwe kere, tell it for me. Nyajo kere, leave it for me. So kere, but so henceforth, the more
Can you write that down? Can you write the other examples you gave down?
which of them? No, they are not part of today's class. Yeah, but okay, which of the particular ones? Carry it for me.
Yeah, there was one you said just now.
Carry it for me. Okay, leave it for me. Leave it for me. Okay, so this one
And
is
bring some for me.
bring
please.
some for me.
Yes.
Okay. So, mokere, carry is mokere. Then leave it for me. Yanjoro. Okay, Yanjoro. Yanjoro kere. Leave it for me. Then bring some for me. Your song is Itwovo. Itwovo kere. Okay. So bring
Can you
it
say
for
that
me.
again, please? Bring some for me.
Re Itwovo. It Reyo is Reyo. So but Re Itwovo kere. Re Itwovo kere.
Okay, so if an auntie is asking me to bring her some supermalt, will she say, Ray, Rayo is supermalt in a kewe?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Ray, Rayo. Could you say that sentence again, please? I could get
Re supermoto na kere.
Ray. And then the Ray Itovo kewe.
Re Itwovo kere. Bring some for me.
Ray Itovo kewe.
Yes. Okay. Okay. Yes. Let's move back to our class.
Carry is mu.
Yes. Carry is
Just
mu.
okay.
Yes. Okay. We're almost done. Just two more. Just two more. And we do. When do you go to work? Who remember the word for work?
Iru.
Irwo. Okay. Irwo. When do you go to work? When is okay. Okay, vo. Okay, vo. Wo biro. Okay, wo biro. When, okay, don't ask me about B for now. Now, next class, we're going to talk about it. Okay? Yes, but just know it's there. In the next class, I will explain it. I know some of you will be wondering what is speed in there. So, okay, when do you go to work? Okay, so I'm going to ask you now. Yes, three persons. I'm going to ask you in Urhobo, and I want you to respond in Urhobo. Yes. So, okay, somebody should respond in Urhobo. Okay,
Ugojuve.
Ugojipu. Okay. Ugojipu work bibo. Fantastic. Stella Udu Bibo Ugojipu. So another person, okay, work bibo. Yes.
Ojo, iririn, bo, uro.
Bubro, okay. Bubro, fantastic. So Okbiro, Bubro, that means she goes to work 9:30. Yes, Erugu. Okay, Okbiro.
Is it Ugojeha?
Ugojera, okay.
Yeah.
Ugojera, Okbiro, okay. Okbiro, Ugojera. Okay. And so, yes, one person, somebody asked us the question. I don't have time for this. I don't have time for this. That will be the last. What is I have time again?
Mevo, okay.
Milwaukee. Okay, Milwaukee. I have time. Milwaukee. What of, how do you say I don't have time?
Mewoke,
Okay.
Milwaukee. Okay. So who remember how to say this is my brother? Onana. Okay. Onana. We say this is Onana. Isn't it? Onana. Onana. So I don't have time for this. Is Milwaukee for this care Onana. Milwaukee Onana. So Milwaukee Onana.
Ke onana. Mevoke ke onana. Is that correct?
Konana, pronounce it Konana. Milwaukee Konana, pronounce it that way.
Mevoke ke onana.
No, this air, remove this air. Say Milwaukee Konana.
Mevoke konana.
Good. Konana. Remember, you have to negate it at the end. So Milwaukee Konana, must repeat it. Once it's a negation, this don't makes it negative. So the last vowel, you must repeat it to make it that is a negative statement. So Milwaukee Konana, I have time, Milwaukee. I don't have time, Milwaukee. Milwaukee Konana, I have time for this. Milwaukee Konana, I don't have time for this. Okay.
Mevoke konana.
Fantastic.
Mevokona.
Milwaukee
Fantastic.
Konana, yes.
So that's it. Mevoke mevokanana.
Milwaukee Konana.
Mewoke wahala. Mewoke nahala.
Mevoke. I have time for this. Mevokana.
Milwaukee Konana.
Mevoke kanana. Mevoke
Yes.
kanana is it the opposite?
Yes.
Please, can you say them both one after the other so that we can get it properly?
I have time for this. Milwaukee Konana. I don't have time for this. Milwaukee Konana.
Thank you.
Okay, yes. Nokekere. In read time, Nokekere.
3 p.m.
No. When speak Urhobo, respond in Urhobo. Nokekere.
Ujokera.
Okay, error. Okay,
Ugojira.
Okay, now Igbo Jerry Bune.
Ugojira be ebe bọwọla.
Canada.
Canada, okay, Oyumba. So it's in Canada, so they are in 8 o'clock. Okay, so Oyoma, so yes, so this ends our class for today.
Why you know mamo?
Yes, so in our next class, we're going to learn, yes, I was expecting somebody to ask me AM and PM.
Sorry, your second to last screen. Is it possible to still show it? The screen before this last one.
This one, okay.
No, one back.
This,
Yes, 1 minute.
yes. Okay, so
Okay, thanks. I have it.
Okay, I was expecting somebody to ask us AM and PM. Yes, but okay, so in our next class, we're going to differentiate the time. If it is AM, if it is PM, we're going to look at that, and then we'll look at time of the day, which is morning, afternoon, evening. These are what we are going to look at, and we're going to talk about going places. Like I'm going out, I'm going to the market, I'm going to work. So that's where we will now talk about me again. So If there is no question, if there is any question, in the next 5 minutes, we respond to it. If there is none,
Hey, teacher, I have a question.
yes, please.
See, on your previous slide, when you said, when do you go to work? Okay, well, Piro. So the correct response, is it, for example, Ujovo Piro? Like, what's the correct response to say, like, I came back 1 p.m.?
Okay, your response. Okay, what work Biro? That's what I'm asking. That's the response.
Okay.
No, I've not got to your question.
So if you ask, when did you go to work? So Okevo wo Biro.
Yes, okay, what work Biro? Yes.
So the correct response is, how would you respond to that correctly?
Yes, so you mentioned the time. Okay, what work Biro? Okay, what work Biro? When do you go to work? Ugoje 6 o'clock, Ugoje Brain, Ugoje. If it is half past, you put it, which is Ugoje Bubro.
Okay.
Yes, if you wish to put that.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
Can you respond with a sentence? I think maybe that's part of what he's thinking. Can you respond with a sentence?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying now. So, Ugoje, I go to work. I go to work. Okay, somebody say 3 o'clock. So, Mikbiro, if you want to respond, Mikbiro. Rogera. Mikbiro Rogera.
Thank you. That's what I was looking for. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Okay. Eyagbeshare etine oyoba iklasiri no ne omanabo yorebe mamone ihobebun wave class na. Okay. Ikwegbere by 18. So Wakobiru Mamo. So Saturday and we can see again on Saturday. Thank you so much. Yes.
Rokobobo.
Kobiro.
Kobiro.
Mogatayo biko.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank
you.
Lara Warren.
Thank you very much.
Hello, Peter. How are you? Thank you so much.
I'm fine, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. And to our learners, God bless you all.